Welcome back to XeQueBo, the Valencia Beach Bash. And this year has been a humdinger of a tournament with national teams hitting it out, prepping for the World Championships later this year in Portugal. We're into the bronze medal game here. And it is the Italians taking on the Spanish. The Italian Open team taking on half of the Spanish mixed team, La Mixta. I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside Ian Tate to bring you the action. Tate, how's your morning going? Well, we're into the afternoon now, but how's your day going?
Day's going great. Always happy when I'm out here on the beach. Sad to not be playing, but happy to be the closest as possible watching others play, and we've had some great plays made so far today.
Yeah, it's been highlight factory from the beach here. And it is the purple shirt Palmieri goes for Pavan, who catches just beyond Santi Ramos. And Din Don are the first to put a point on the board.
Yeah, I think we all know that this is going to be a tight matchup and a physical one at that. Ding Dong not afraid to use their bodies, and I'm sure La Mixta will return in kind. What's your predictions going into this game, Steph?
I mean, I would normally have favored La Mixta, and we will have that scoreboard updated in just a moment. I think after we played them yesterday, we streamed them. I thought I would have favored them, but after seeing how tight Dindon and Ulti TV were, and seeing that Ulti TV got much better since playing La Mixta, I guess it's going to be tight. I think I favor the Italians by a smidge.
Interesting.
I don't know. Do you see it differently if it's interesting to you?
I think it's going to be a tough call to make. It's going to be tight either way. It's the same old thing. It's hard to go against the Spanish on their home turf. It feels like they were born to play sand. So I'm sure we'll see many big plays from them. Lots of grinding cuts from the likes of Gonzalez, who's setting up now fairly deep, I'm sure, to come for a big under. But I would favour La Mixta by 1 or 2 points.
All right, let's see it. I don't see that as audacious by any stretch. I think pick them either way, but very fair to say for La Mixta. They did go down 11-6 against Spanish Open in the semi, but Spain Open have been the only team to get through unscathed. Cobos pops over. Maltes bouncing around through the middle. Garcia to Gonzalez. He misses to Caseta. They were very tidy in their semifinal and miss early here. Thanks for sticking with us through a few technical difficulties live streaming this action on the beach. Sure.
A rare drop from Ramos there. That is not
obviously, but he was sandwiched by probably two of the best end zone defenders this Mixta team has. Big bodies, smart players. Dilmao gets for Montoya. Ramos, and Dilmao steals it from Nacho. Now Gabaldoni. Gabaldoni hits for Nacho in the end zone. And the Spaniards, is that a break? It is.
Yeah, the Spaniards with the first break of the game. Looking to set their mark early, but I have no doubt that the Italian team will be ready to reply. as we see Pavan back on the field. I think he's going to be putting in a monster shift this game.
I like it. It's a bronze game. A lot of people can turn off for this kind of a game. Pavan, no, he's ready to play. Let's go. Let's ball. And that pull is floating just past Davide Mori. He'll pick it up from the sideline.
Very almost came back in.
He has to have some imprint on the game, so he'll do it from the sideline. Picked up by Mazzo. Montanari, he got it from Lugassi back to Mazzo. Mazzo leads around. And back they go to Montanari. Uh-oh, bounces away. And Pavan can't handle, and Ramos wins that battle, who's also taking another shift. Low and picked up by Nacho. Nacho sends one up to Ramos for the goal. And they take it to 3-1. The Mixta, as their female counterparts strut the sideline, cheering them on.
Yeah, fast reply after that turn. Not holding any bars. It was a very low huck, but able to reel it in and then throwing the bladey around there to Ramos in the end zone. Starting to build a little bit of daylight on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, this is, this is what you call a comfortable lead when it's, 2-point lead at some stages of the game doesn't feel like much, but to get it this early and it's a score tripling 2-point lead, it does feel like a hole for sure for the Italians to start the game.
And we have our first pull in the pitch.
Wow. And now we have Davide Mori. He shoots right away into Bartolotti. And that one to De Nicola. And the next throw turns away. Dilmao to Nacho. Nacho calls the foul from the contact behind. Ramos to the sideline. Dilmao high and over top of everybody, and now a ding-dong to Davide Mori. Mori wants to send it Bortolotti, but Dilmao blindly smacks it away, and that's another turnover on the Davide Mori ticker.
Yeah, he had a wobbly finish to the last game, so he'll be looking to try and make a better stamp on this game, see if he can get this back.
He's covering Ramos and giving him a lot of space. He's just in the back switching.
Covering is a strong word.
Yes, he's looking. He's swiveling his head every now and again to see how much space he's giving to Ramos. Ooh, nearly a touch on that one. Solana, and then finds the seam. And I think it's going to be timeout time here for Ding Dong. Ding Dong. Davide, for whom the bell tolls. Davide Mori, a reflection of his body language, ready to explode.
Yeah, is Ding Dong look to play on here? It looks like they're not calling a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I made that assumption. It didn't really feel like it. Now is the time.
Yeah, you got to stem the bleeding somehow. Yeah, if you're gonna use a timeout, you know, at least go down 4 breaks.
Yes. And Matzo will pick it up, bring it to the corner immediately, shoot into the middle for Pavo. Pavan sends deep. Lugasi in the corner. And that's a quick one for the Italians. They look a lot better when Davide is on the sideline.
Yeah, fantastic throw from Pavan there. Italians looking to dig themselves out of this hole. It's a small first step there. Now comes the hard bit of breaking this La Mixta O-line.
Now, as much as it's easy for me to rip on Davide, I've got to give myself the shot in the foot there too, where I've got to be 0 for like 7 on they need a timeout here, and then they stay on and just score the goal. So
at least you're consistent, you know?
Yes.
Consistency's key.
Consistently wrong. There he is, Davide Morti. This is the one element of the game that he does well, pulling.
Interesting choice having him on defense.
Yes.
If I'm honest.
Yeah, but I mean, I would not take him on offense. Too erratic.
But we'll see. Maybe he'll prove us both wrong, as he keeps the pull inbounds at least.
It's a great pull, you gotta say. Cobos, Garcia, Maltese, Garcia, now Delgado, and a hand in the way there. Breaks up the play. Ding dong. Davide furious he didn't get it. Now he does. He'll shoot for goal, and he'll get a play made. And ding dong with a break.
Davide making plays out here. Throwing the assist.
Davide Morti looking 20 years younger.
So only 40.
That's it. That's exactly it.
A great point block there to get the turn. And then the fast counter punch.
Lands out the back, so that'll be a brick. Dilmau working hard on the sideline as Cobos goes to Garcia. Now has Oscar Gonzalez. There's a injury on the play. Sorgente is down.
Lots of contact on both of those unders.
Yeah, it was if anything, a foul from Sorgente to Gonzalez. But Sorgente in all sorts of strife, right foot, right ankle perhaps. He was a standout in Burla, the MVP there. They'll miss him. I thought he was great in the last game too. Cobos, Garcia. Gonzalez sends deep. Ramo, no, that's Dilmao who makes the play. Gets the left hand up and adds one to the scoreboard. La Mixta up a double.
Yeah, right in the ship there through all that contact.
Great throw by Gonzalez. He's having another. He just performs on stream. I mean, he just performs. I do actually believe he is such an awesome player. And I know he's rated, but he's still underrated. Like, he should be getting more praise more frequently for how good he is. So fast. And you think it's just like his speed, and then he like drops dimes like this. And it's like, you know, you kind of get a little bit surprised. You're like, I shouldn't be surprised because he does that frequently.
Yeah. One of those players that's putting in the hard yards. Doesn't always show up on the scoreboard if he's not the one making that final catch or that final assist as he was there. But is going to be putting his imprint on the game through just hard graft.
The Italians go back to Mazzo. Nice throw. Very quick release. Palmieri. The next throw will not work. And Gabaldoni will pick up for La Mixta and another break chance. Gabaldoni to Nacho. Nacho goes through, leads for the end zone and hits. Gabaldoni, La Mixta break. And they're up 6-3 on Ding Dong.
So we come into round 2 then. Is it time for a timeout?
No. Now they're taking one. They got to take one now that I've said no, it's not.
Get a bit of that reverse psychology on the go. Well, they're walking to the line. Looks like there'll be no timeouts called here.
There's the pull right in front of Pavan. Who moves quick with Montanari and Mazzo. Pavan to Mazzo. Lugassi. Palmieri leads Pavan. Too far. And another chance for La Mixta. This La Mixta defense needs to be credited for the amount of chances they're giving themselves.
Yeah, they're right there on every throw, just suffocating this offense from the Italian team.
Gabaldoni waiting for Ramos. Great throw because Pavan was coming. If that was anywhere near gettable, he would have had a bid. Dilmao. Gabaldoni. Nacho swipes for the forehand fake. Dilmao leads. Gabaldoni high. Ramos turns, no lane. Still flopping, and then late in the sequence they get one through to Hector Montoya.
Great patience on the end zone line for Ramos. Really in the fakes, taking the sort of baiting the bid on the mark, and then taking on the easy throw afterwards. As we see again here, big grab, couple fakes, nice easy pass to the end zone.
And with that, it's halftime. La Mixta 7, Ding Dong 3. We'll see you on the other side for the second half action. 7-3. La Mixta up on Dindon. We're here at XeQueBo in Valencia. You're watching on Ulti TV. Thanks for doing that. I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside Ian Tate to bring you the action. As La Mixta not only dominate the first half, but they will get the benefit of starting on offense for this second half as they go to Garcia and now Cobos. Cobos fires Gonzalez, the target, and even beyond an incredible sort of gente defensive bid. Oscar Gonzalez, concentration not to waver. He hauls in another.
Yeah, a huge bid, but just not quite there. Gonzalez had so much separation, and it was a well-weighted throw to lead him out.
I mean, this mixed team is going to be awesome in Portugal.
Yeah.
Up next will be their female matching side taking on the Spanish Masters, and good on them for getting through too. But Moras Cabrones, the female matching mixed team, have been awesome, and I expect them to remain awesome into this final. They are most definitely the favorites. But we're still here in this bronze medal game, and Dindon, they need a miracle right now. But the hold should come as less of a surprise than miraculous. They got to get this to start a miraculous run, and wow, they somehow give them retain the chance to try this. Caseta to Mazzo. Mazzo and knocked away. Montoya runs through in front of Lugasi.
Yeah, Montoya the one to miss that first block. Just not quite timing his jump, but making up for it there with the run through.
Ramos comes under. A hulking, smiling man who does it for the Spaniards. A little sand kicked up near the face there, and then Ramos misses the connection with Montoya, unable to hit for what could have been a short throw goal.
Huge.
Sent to the end zone. Wow! Bortolotti jumps over top of Ramos, and that is no easy feat. And then gets a nice toe drag out of Caseta to claim the point and to bring it to within halfway. They're down 4-8 now after that.
Massive play from Bortolotti there. Ramos is not one to lose many aerial battles. As we see this again, Pavan getting it, and he's only got eyes for the deep shot here with a huge throw way up in the sky, and just completely reaches over him, then takes his time and finds his teammate in the corner.
Here's the pull from Dindon. 29 minutes into this game. Oh, great pull. Garcia picks up for Cobos. Garcia again around for Delgado. And Gonzalez, but the pressure by Sorgente helps for the turn, picked up right away. Italians, can they break? Yes, even with the throw behind. No, did that go down? Yes, it's a goal. That is a goal. And the Italians get a break. It's 5-8.
Yeah, Sorgente has been making a lot of bids here, and it pays off.
Did he get a touch? Sorgente.
And Ding Dong reel that one in with this slightly errant throw.
Great play by Sorgente. I'm impressed with seeing him play. I saw him on stream when he played at Burla, saw him get MVP, and I was like, who is this Sorgente kid? Why isn't he playing on a grass team? He's a beach specialist, plays in Imola, Cagni Porci, the Pig Dogs. He does play on grass too, but seems to be a, one of the beach standards, a beach specialist style player. Cobos to Gonzalez. Garcia sends and looks good. Hits from Miguel Maltes for the goal. 9-5. What a way to make a living.
Well, Mixta line looking very strong there. Gonzalez and Maury having a little bit of a discussion off the pitch. I think Maury just maybe giving a bit too much contact, as we've seen as a bit of a theme from this Italian team. Well, the Mixta not quite pleased with the level of physicality that the Italian team are bringing.
And he didn't go deep, is what Davide says. He prevented Gonzalez, and his tactics were physicality. Mazzo looks upfield, swipes away. Lugassi, Bortolotti, exchange back to Lugassi, sends deep. Pavan, and what a bid for Lorenzo. Pavan sends himself flying. That'll make it 6-9.
Yeah, Ding Dong still in this matchup. A fast offensive point of their own. A beautifully weighted throw. Pavan has to make a bid, but his defenders never got a chance there.
Woo! Big play by Pavan.
Gabardoni can only smile.
Gabardoni, a class player. I remember he got roofed by Elliot Bonet in Huntington Beach and in the championship game, and got up and still same thing, just shaking his hand like, yeah, you beat me like really badly, and I'm still gonna get up and give you a handshake for it.
Yeah, very classy player, very experienced, has been through all these situations
really
before.
Love his game. He's an agent now for his better half, Patricia Navasa. He's been proposing that Ulti TV selects her for the next Ulti TV team.
Good to know, good to know.
It would be a great pick. She's an incredible beach player, of course, on the Moras Cabronas. Dilmao goes to center. through Maltes. Garcia finds XeQueBo on the inside of the end zone line. That one counts, and that'll make it 10-6 with just more than 10 minutes to play. I'd imagine we'd get to 13, but you never know.
Yeah, if the points keep going as fast as that, then I'm sure we will. Both teams looking slick on offense in the second half. It's going to be tough for either team to get a break. Obviously, much more needed from Ding Dong.
Caseta and Mazzo start off the possession, and that gets disrupted quickly. Gabaldoni leads. Ramos runs in, and it's 11-6. 35 and a half minutes in. It's looking very likely our bronze medalists will be the Spaniard mixed team.
Yeah, I guess they won't be so hard pressed for a break after all. This Italian team's looking pretty defeated.
Yeah, the body language is not selling comeback at this stage.
One bit of advice we had from our Deep Space captain Phil Sandwell was even when we were down, we had to keep celebrating like we were winning. And it saw us right at Nationals. It didn't quite see us right at Euros, but it's something that I truly believe in. You've got to keep that belief alive. You've got to keep acting like you're going to win to give yourself a chance to get that win.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to do. That is mindset. It's the mental game, which is easier in theory
for sure
to talk about, even to say I'm working on my mental game. A lot of the time people have a tough time accessing that practice. Sometimes it takes reps in big moments to really be able to understand what does and doesn't work in your mental game.
Yeah, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all for everyone. You've got to find what works for you and what works well for your teammates, because you need to be presenting an image to them or supporting them in a way that works for them.
But it is worth testing your options out, as that one goes over to Mazzo. And high, but to a large target in Bortoletti, who drops back to Mazzo. Some contact, and then into the corner for the goal. And the Italians find Giovanni Bortolotti and make it a 7-11 convenience point. Oh, we got a corgi cam. Hey there, doggo. You got such short legs for that long body. It's kind of like me.
Yeah, I mean, something you can empathize with, Steph.
Yeah. I mean, corgis are awesome too. XeQueBo sees it land inbounds. Picked up and plays to Garcia. Garcia to XeQueBo. There was a bid on the shoulder before making the catch. Back of the end zone. Garcia around to Maltes. Garcia to Dilmao inside. XeQueBo very quickly back to Maltes. XeQueBo fires in the middle. Gonzalez, Garcia, Dilmao. Quick movement by La Mixta. Maltes, Gonzalez. Dilmao pops to Gonzalez. They are getting open at will. And they are throwing early in stall counts or before establishment. Gonzalez goes back to Garcia. Dilmao goes around and hits Gonzalez for the goal. Make it 12-7. They're on game point. A whole pile of mountain climbing for the Italians if they're going to be able to get out of this mess.
The Spaniards not letting up at all there, just running the Italians into the ground. Again, we see Gonzalez putting in the hard graft, making ground, going almost every other for part of that point. And they take themselves to within one.
Well, if taking results into account is anything to do with assuming the results in the final, well then Ulti-TV are in big trouble. Because La Mixta got pumped by Spain Open 11-6 and Ulti-TV skin of their teeth past Ding Dong on Universe. And well, now if La Mixta is beating up on Ding Dong, could be trouble.
Make of that what you will.
Mazzo coming to center before step counting for the brick. Caseta to Lugassi. Pavan over top to Stefano Pavan. Low for Caseta, but connects now. Lorenzo Pavan goes into the middle. Mazzo leads Caseta, and they will extend, making it 8-12.
Yeah, Gabaldoni, peeling off there, but unable to get around in time. Well sealed off by the Italian player to keep this game alive.
La Mixta, chance to hold to take a bronze. If they don't do it this time, they'll have another chance to hold. And if they don't do it that time, they'll have another chance to hold. And if they don't do it that time, they'll have another chance to hold. Odds are in their favor.
Bit of a mountain to climb for the Italians, but here's their first step.
Hot drinks brought to the booth. Yesterday was the cold drinks that would get me excited. Today a hot drink is very much open arm welcomed. Dilmao goes to Cobos. Gonzalez. This could be for the bronze medal. They go back into the dump space. Cobos. Gonzalez again. Eyes upfield. Now into the backfield again. Cobos shakes free. He's given a lot of space. Dilmao turns, hits, and Gonzalez takes the win. A bronze medal for La Mixta, dominating Ding Dong as they settle for the worst finish in tournament play, 4th. After coming into the day with championship ambitions, taking 2 losses always stings. But great play by Ding Dong, both in their semi and here. They fought hard, but it was La Mixta who outclassed them.
Yeah, La Mixta really showing their class there. Just putting the game to bed with 2 other, but Gonzalez scoring the winning goal.
And with that, we will conclude our bronze medal action. 2 games remain. The women's final and the open final. I would imagine I don't need to give you too much more convincing here to stay locked on. So just do it. Alti TV will be bringing those in the next top of the hour slots at 2 and then 3. For Ian Tate, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you all next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, ultimate.
Don't you, boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it. 'Cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy. So don't be lazy. Just give it to me. 'Cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. Tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I play cool, 'cause I hope you pick it up soon. And you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want